Oh, I can't hear Nick.
We lost Nick's voice. We can't hear him.
Oh, dude, I thought it was me. I got scared.
Yeah. we can't hear you, homie. We can't hear you.
Okay, legit. I thought you guys were ignoring me. I kept trying to talk and no.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
What is the best season of our favorite shows? This is... You guys, welcome back to Versus. How's everybody doing today?
Oh, stressed. We stressed, man. We stressed.
No stress.
The next two episodes that we're going to record back to back right now are going to be stress inducing, and then weeks from now, like this might even be like February when this episode goes up. I don't even know.
Happy Valentine's.
Re-stress. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, guys, we are on a mission to figure out here at Versus what is the best season of some of our favorite TV shows. And we've been looking at Power Rangers for the last, I want to say, 12 weeks now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have boiled it down to 4 seasons. And the first ones that we're going to talk about today to go to the final match is going to be between Power Rangers Ninja Storm or Power Rangers SPD. Who wants this first? Who wants it? Everybody go. Come on, not at once. Anybody?
Okay. All right. I'll go.
Yes,
okay.
There we go. Good man.
So, okay, here's the cool thing. In this matchup, you actually get 2 red leaders who are people of color. You know what I mean? Like, which is like a matchup which is in this bracket is really rare if you really think about it, because you got the late Pua Magasiva, as you know, as Ninja Storm Red, and you have Brandon McLaren as SPD Red. And so I know for me that's a really big deal for me, because it's akin to when TJ became the first Black Red Ranger.
Right.
Like, I was like, oh, so y'all trying to get me to stay to watch Turbo, even though I don't really like Turbo. Okay, I'm staying. You know, because we got a brother in the lead. This is great. You know what I mean? So you never thought I'd see the day. Like, that was like one of the biggest moments since Zach got the Dragon Ranger shield for like 15 seconds. You know, right. But like the thing is, like, both red leaders have really cool stories. Like, to me, they both have really cool stories. And, you know, we've mentioned how SPD Red went from like, I don't want to do this, or I got this, but I don't care, to caring, to becoming this great leader, and even so much so knowing when to walk away from it and knowing you can still help the people without powers. And then with Ninja Storm Red, you have, a dude who's part of like this, ninja clan. They have like, this ninja base, and they teach other ninjas, and they, they're taught by like this Splinter-esque type character. And he's really great friends with it's Tori and Dustin, correct?
Yes.
And they have a great friendship, and I feel that, like, even though like he's really like kind of pushed in as leader, and like they give you like all these characteristics, like he's strong, he's a leader and whatnot. The growth isn't as strong as SPD Red, but it's still there. It's still there. It's like, when you look at that character, it's like, I want him on my team. It's like, if I get to choose a team, I want Ninja Storm Red on my squad. Because he's that cold. And we're also in the era of battleizers too. Another way to sell toys. Right. And both SPD Red and Ninja Storm Red had really cool battleizers. So I'm just talking about basics. I'm just talking about red leadership. As far as everything else goes, I'll let y'all handle that.
Coach, Tabby and Coach.
There you go. It's you. Go.
Okay. You bring up the concept of the Red Rangers, and I have to say, we talked about RPM in the last episode, and everyone likes to talk about how RPM is one of the most mature seasons of Power Rangers ever. But this is slept on. No one really talks about how SPD has these undertones of like tackling racism, which is major, right? Sky doesn't want Sid to be the leader because she's a girl. Why doesn't she want Jack to be the red? You know what I mean? Like that. That's just major for a kid show to like tackle that. Even though it's not outright about it, right? It's still there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's low key.
Even with like the alien, it's low key there. Like even like the alien creatures and stuff like that. But mostly with like the dynamic between like Sky and Jack, like that's like it really does like push in these themes of like anyone. Rangers come in all colors. That is a fact. Heroes come in all colors. And SPD pushes that narrative throughout the entire season. And I don't think any other season really even attempts to do that. You know what I mean? That's just major.
Yeah, it just works so well with the world SPD setup, the whole aliens living on humans and everything like that. It's like a perfect situation for that kind of idea to be there. Sure.
But SPD takes place in the year like 3000 something. Am I
2025?
2025. Okay.
2020.
It takes place so far in the future from where we are right now that they still have racism. And if you look at like, or even sexism with that, and you look at like other shows that are kind of doing the same sort of sci-fi vein, like Star Trek, literally in the future, it does not exist. It is completely non-existent in like the original series, and like, like all this other like frontier stuff kind of started pushing in like little trace amounts of people, with these other completely different alien forms. And that's kind of what we see in there. But it just baffles me to see, like that's still an issue, that it takes all these years to finally get, a Jack Landers in the lead role as this leader of this operative team. And there's still pushback to it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think that was always kind of weird. And I know the last episode we talked about SPD. One of my favorite parts about SPD is they're the B squad, right? They're not even like the elite. They're not even A squad. Like Pink is Koichi Sakamoto's wife, IRL. Like they're nowhere near that level, but we still love them. On the other hand, Ninja Storm aren't even the B squad. They are the Z squad. They are the bottom of the barrel. They are going to get their kicked out of school, and they're the ones that have to save the entire academy and the entire world from this alien invasion.
Yeah,
that's because they were late.
That's true. Yeah. Oh yeah, and not only that, but you definitely get to see like plus when you add the Thunder Rangers into the mix, and then when you add Cam, and when Cam turns to the Green Ranger, and like he gets to turn the helmet, a different direction, and he drops the weights. And, and when that happens, it just gets you so hyped. And I'm not saying that like you don't get that feeling in SPD. I'm not saying you don't get that feeling, but there's something about when the Thunder Rangers show up, and when Cam finally gets to do his thing, it just takes that show to an additional level that makes it even more enjoyable to watch. And the villain and the main villain in Ninja Storm, like, yeah, he can, him and his sidekicks can be silly, but there's a quality to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's a quality to it where it's it can be silly, but it's not corny.
I will tell you where that feeling in SPD comes in, though. It's every single scene with Cat Minx. Right there. Cool.
What is up, Versus fellas and Power Ranger fans? My name is Jem, and I run a channel called Prawnhorn Heroes. I asked Squall if I could get on this one because I love these two seasons, and I kind of wanted to put in my own little 2 cents. And in order to not reiterate anything that y'all have mentioned in the episodes that involve these 2 seasons, I'm going to be talking about the Battleizer debuts, in order to provide examples as to how I feel these seasons treat their characters. In Mystic Force, Nick has to be accepting of the fact that he is the light, because he finds that out. Hey, you're the light, buddy. In Operation Overdrive, also just finds out that he's an android. Oh snap, let me step up. So in Ninja Storm, Shane's Battleizer debut is pretty meaningful in my eyes. You get some more story on him aside from the Ninja Academy. Apparently he saved some being when he was a kid, and she comes back when he's an adult because she's running from this villain Vexicus. And in order to get his power up, she actually dies and passes on some power to him. It's kind of out of left field, but with things like introducing Vexicus and him getting his power from somebody dying, it's really interesting, and I think it's really cool. On the other hand, for SPD, you actually have the Battleizer debut in a Blue Ranger 2-parter, Reflections. And while they're great episodes, as far as a Battleizer debut, it's kind of a bummer. I just had wished Jack had gotten more focus in this episode, because I feel like Battleizers usually tend to be meaningful for Red Rangers. Jack uses it in the first part of that 2-parter, but then in that second part, in order to defeat the villain of the week, he passes it to Sky. And while I love SPD and its characters, don't get me wrong, It's just a bummer that the Battleizer debut, something that I feel, like I mentioned, is essential to Red Rangers. I don't know. It's a bummer. And I can add that to the reason why I think Ninja Storm should win in this round, only because SPD focuses on a certain amount of characters, while I feel like Ninja Storm had some really good focus episodes for everybody across the board. Plus, Mode 1 of the SPD Battleizer looks like it has a diaper on.
Uh-oh, I can't hear Nick.
We lost Nick's voice. We can't hear him.
Oh, dude, I thought it was me. I got scared.
Yeah. we can't hear you, homie. We can't hear you. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
To quote Nate Dogg. Oh, no.
Let's vote in 3, 2. Oh,
This is sabotage for us.
He's coming back. He's gonna make a big comeback.
Well, I heard the little.
He's loading.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, now we can hear you. Yes.
Now, okay, legit. I thought you guys were ignoring me. I kept trying to talk, and no.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
No. Like, I was like,
yeah.
Can they not hear me? Like,
How I hope it wasn't too long.
Our bad fam.
it was like legit the whole time.
Oh
no.
That breaks my heart, Nick. I'm sorry, dude.
I had like points. I'm like, are they just really passing me by? Like,
I'm sorry, yo. I'm so sorry.
Run it back. Go through it.
Yeah. Hit him up.
yeah, I'm gonna go.
Speed run.
All right.
Yeah.
So it becomes a preference when you have the two shows. I feel like in Ninja Storm, they became a family by the end of it. They felt stronger. But in SPD, they felt like they had the respect of each other, which they were earning the whole season, each member. And when you brought up about the racism aspect, it's such a great way of looking at it because you had the mutants and the aliens all live in the ghetto. They just did. And the two perfect characters of Blue and Pink that thought themselves as perfect, viewed themselves as perfect in every sense of the word, had to meet these people that they considered lower than them. You know, Pink had to work with Yellow, two different people. And then you had characters that put themselves through more extreme character changes. Like in situations, they had to change who they were. In Ninja Storm, you didn't get that. They were in situations to help the team. But in SPD, like Blue had to fight the guy who killed his dad. Like stuff like that was really cool. And then he grew. You watched him grow in that episode, and after that, he was a different character. And like every step along the way, you had to see stuff like that. I really love that. So it's such a hard choice between two seasons I love.
Well, Sean said something the other episode about how he's a huge Fast and the Furious fan, and you just said they earn respect in SPD versus they become family in
Family, yeah, family.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
No, but
yes.
the thing about SPD though is that these are characters who Power Rangers is at its best when it brings in a bunch of different characters who are so dramatically opposites from each other, who have to learn to respect each other and have to learn to like be able to work with one another. That's one of the core fundamentals of what Power Rangers is about. It's about like team, like what was it? Team membership, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be able to learn to cooperate within this group and just get over your differences. And it captures that. Whereas we're like Ninja Storm, they're all friends from the beginning. When the Thunder Rangers come in, they're like these bad guys, but then they get integrated to the team and they're immediately all friends. Cam is like everyone's boy. So it's like SPD, they have to get through their differences, and that's a constant struggle, and it makes it more interesting to watch. Whereas Ninja Storm, a lot of the fun from that season is just because the characters are so fun. You know what I mean? The strength of that season is completely different in how it comes from the characters and how just fun and goofy they can all be.
Well, also, we always bring up Cam's origin becoming the Green Ranger, but when we find out the origin of Doggy Kruger and how he lost his family and his people, every guy, and then becomes a Shadow Ranger, like it's bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, but does he go back
like, really
and beat up his
unleashing?
uncle in a tournament?
No, but he kicks 100 asses. He kicks 100 asses in less than like a minute, I'm pretty sure, like 2 minutes.
Timer on the screen and everything. Yeah,
that was suspenseful.
That's true. I was gonna say
I know, I'm good.
Lord of the Rings recently, and the scene where the hobbits are literally at the crowning of Aragorn when he becomes king. Spoiler alert, it's like a 20-year-old movie. But, well, just in case anybody, because like obviously we're talking about Power Rangers here, there's going to be spoilers. I don't know, someone may not have seen Lord of the Rings and they're just like, huh, you know. Anyway, but
Son of a
scene like where they all bow to the 4 stupid hobbits who are the most unworthy people that nobody would have thought could have accomplished this great deed and saved, you know, Middle Earth. Like, everybody's bowing to them. That's how I feel about the end of Ninja Storm when they save the Academy. Is like all these people that like dunked on them and kicked their from, you know, in the ground and like up above and in the water, pretty much everywhere you could get your kicked, you know, like had to bow to them. And I don't know, it's just, I think about with the end of SPD where it's literally like, hey, Blue Ranger, you want to be Red now? Because Red decided to go off and do other things? Yeah, I'm ready. And then like next time we see him, you know, it's Green Ranger. Now he's Red. You know, it's like,
but
all right,
okay,
good job.
I totally get what you're saying, and I mainly agree. But with SPD, we can't sleep on that ending because we got to watch people grow up in front of us. We got to watch these characters earn respect. A fantasy movie. I'm comparing this to more of like a war movie where these guys who don't know each other are in the trenches. At the end of the movie, they're brothers now. Like they all earn each other's respect in different ways throughout the whole season. You know, and even Doggy Kruger had to overcome his own issues with the main bad guy, not killing him at the end, just cutting off another horn and making that choice. It was a big moment for him. And yeah,
who ends up with Cat Minx?
I think you also have that.
Doggy, kind of.
Okay, cool. Sorry,
No,
go ahead, Josh.
I was gonna say like what Nick mentioned with the whole earning respect and everything too. You have that really great 2-part reflections. You have the whole thing about Sky's father, and then he gets to use the red morpher for that one fight. Just that's such an interesting episode that I don't think they've ever really done something like that before, where a ranger got to be another color for just like one episode because of how important it was to him. And that was just such a really cool scene, and it was a powerful moment too of just Jack passing the morpher over because he knew how much it meant to him. And that's just really where you also get all the character there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But one thing we haven't talked about though, the Zords. SPD Zords I feel are way better than Ninja Storm.
Yes. Absolutely, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I love the command center Zord. That thing is awesome.
Yeah.
But Ninja Storm does have the better morphers. Like, yeah, I had the SPD one. I was like, yeah, you're under arrest, bitch. But like, to be able to like Beyblade on your arm or like open the wings, like that was so cool. Like Cam's a little dumb, but like,
can your morpher judge someone and then freeze them?
It
like it's Demolition Man.
It says everybody's guilty. It's a
no. There was one time someone wasn't guilty, and the whole lesson was like, don't assume about other people.
I know, but the toy one will say that everybody's guilty.
Oh, sure, yeah, because everyone's guilty then.
Oh man, well, here's like another like contention point. I feel like I do like the SPD morpher. I do think like, you know, like Commander Kruger's is really cool, like with the gold accents on it. And they had the Sentai Artisan line came out a couple of years ago where they put the Deca Ranger ones. And I was like, I really want that. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, but I'd open it like 5 times and then probably, you know, be done with it. But like if they made if they made a Hurricaneger one, you know, with like it's like gold and it's like metal or like, you know, even like for whatever they call them in the Gory Rangers or whatever. I don't know. Go Riders. That is, I mix all the words in my head. Like I would buy that thing. Like even though I would put it on and do it once, you know. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's your European watch, right?
yeah. I got a metal one now. It's the really expensive one.
Listen, if Bandai Legacy was still happening, like I'd buy probably every single morpher most likely. So, for better or worse, I get them all because they made some really nice quality morphers.
Right. Is there anything else we can say about SPD versus Ninja Storm?
I'm not the biggest fan of Police, and I still love SPD.
Oh, okay.
And also, let us not forget how much Bridge loves toast.
Boom.
Yes, that's a mic drop.
Yeah, but how many Power Ranger seasons do you get where someone is doing didn't know what the move was called, where he's on his handlebars like flexing or whatever. You know what I mean? On his motocross.
the extreme sports aspect to like Ninja Storm gives it like this tone that's so unique to itself. That's like extra cool. Like when I think of all the Power Rangers seasons, I'm like, Ninja Storm's the cool season. You know what I mean? That one's like
the Point Break of
2001
of Power Rangers. You know, like you got the skateboarder, you got the surfer, and then you got the motocross, and they all can hang out at the same shop that sells it all. Somehow.
Right.
Hey, it was the Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops of extreme sports. We just didn't know.
and definitely not New Zealand.
Oh, I forgot about Dustin's boss. She was cool. I liked her. Where like it's like
never overdid it.
It was kind of like an Aunt May situation where it's like, does she know they're the Rangers? Does she not? Does she care? Is she trying to keep their secret? I like when they do aspects like that where the identities are secret, and like with SPD, obviously they wear outfits with a giant 1 on it, and then they transform into a Red Ranger with a 1 on it. Okay, that's you. But like, they were ninjas. They were literally at a secret academy. Oh, I can't believe I didn't bring this up until right now.
Dude, those civilian outfits for Ninja Storm are way cooler than SPD's. Something about SPD's.
Yeah.
Janitor
100%.
outfits.
Did SPD ever do like the clothes rip, or was that just a Ninja Storm thing?
That was just because they're ninjas.
Oh yeah, oh man,
I love that. Like they just
SPD are just cops. Cops don't have to rip off their uniform and then change.
That's true. Oh man! All right, are we ready to vote?
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
It's gonna be a 1 for Ninja Storm, a 2 for Power Rangers SPD. On the count of
This is so hard.
3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's gang up on Charlson.
2 episodes in a row now. This is bullshit.
Bend to the will of the people.
Once again, I would like to throw the disclaimer: do not get mad at Squall. It ain't his fault. It is
Get
not.
mad at me as usual.
I'm waiting to see like other people's versions of this crop up where they're all just like really angry at all of us and they're just spite voting to get something else to the top.
Look,
What's gonna happen?
Listen, I read that essay that first video had, all right, about the guy angry about one of the seasons not being even. It's gonna happen.
I'll tell
Fan engagement.
Damn your computer. Putting those 2 up against one another. But with that, Power Rangers SPD moves in to our final round. So at the minimum, it is the second best season. At the most, it could be the best season. And we only have 2 more episodes to get to that and figure that out and to put that to end once and for all. I know people are already going to write this off because they said RPM isn't in this, so it doesn't count. But let's keep going. Next episode for our semifinals is going to be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus Power Rangers Dino Thunder. We'll see you there.
Oh, fitting.
Come on.
Hey guys,